Is Finidi George the right man to take Nigeria to the promised land? Well, with the recent games we have been seeing, it's highly questionable, but let us find out.
Hello, sports fans! Your most anticipated sports brand is in town. Click Sports. Click Sports is your one-stop sports platform that gives you a day-to-day insight on happenings in the world of football, basketball, and combat sports, both locally and internationally. We offer various services such as sports event coverage, player profiling, studio shows, program production, sports academy management, and more. Visit us on all our social media platforms at Click Sports. Subscribe to our YouTube and WhatsApp channel at Click Sports and get the latest gist, information, and insights on topical sporting happenings at the grassroots and on the big stages. Contact us today for sponsorship, partnership, and collaboration on 0806 529 6575 and 0907 273 3517. Click Sports. We explore the game.
You are watching Click Sports. Click to explore the games.
Okay, hi guys, and welcome to Click Sports. I'm Shalom Habu, and without any further ado, let us jump into today's video. So, after drawing with South Africa and losing to Benin Republic, the Nigerian national team manager has come under scrutiny from Nigerians as they are beginning to ask if Finidi George is the right man to take the Super Eagles to the promised land, being the World Cup, and basically delivering a standard of football fit to take Nigeria to the top. Nigeria drew 1-1 with South Africa at home in a game that was underwhelming for the Nigerian fans. Highly underwhelming, very poor performance, wasn't inspiring at all. We drew 1-1 at home, South Africa. And also that was last week Friday, and then on Monday we lost Benin Republic away 2-1. So let us talk about the game as a whole, Finidi George, his impact on the national team so far, the players themselves, and everything that's involved. So starting with the game against South Africa, Nigeria drew 1-1. We had goals from Tembas Wane on the 29 minutes. South Africa took the lead, and then Nigeria were able to claw their way back in the 46 minutes from a goal from Fisayo Dele Bashiru. In terms of stats, Nigeria had 15 shots with 5 on target. South Africa had 8 shots, 4 on target. Possession-wise, Nigeria had 57% possession. South Africa had 43%. Passes, Nigeria made 482 passes with 85% accuracy, and South Africa made 368 passes. So overall, you can see that Nigeria did dominate the game. But what happened? Why was it that we were not able to finish our chances? If you look at the lineup, who were those that started in the game? In goal, we had them starting Nwabali, Benjamin Tanimo at right back, Semi Ajayi and Calvin Bassey at centre backs, Ben Osayi Samuel at left back, Kelechi Iheanacho playing as a right winger. That didn't even make sense to me. Iwobi and indeed in midfield, Fisayo Dele Bashiru on the left, Ademola Lookman and Paul Onuachu as strikers. So let's talk about this. First off, if you look at the way Nigeria has been playing since, we've been at our best when we've had our full strength team, and our full strength team, especially as the striker, at the striker position is Victor Osimhen. Now Victor Osimhen has been absent for this game, and that surely did affect the team. But Nigeria has been known to have a good set of attackers in recent years, and we have a lot of good quality strikers that have been playing well. We have Victor Osimhen. After Victor Osimhen, you're looking at Victor Boniface, you're looking at Terry Murphy. So we have these three guys. And we did have Victor Boniface and Terry Murphy, but the coach didn't start them. Instead, he chose to start Paul Onuachu. And Paul Onuachu, rightly so, he was dropped in the game against Benin Republic. But in this game against South Africa, he didn't do well at all. And for me, I blame the coach. Why would you start a player when you have Victor Boniface on the bench? You have Terry Murphy. Why did you play 4-4-2? First of all, in my opinion, this 4-4-2 formation is outdated. Why is Nigeria still playing 4-4-2 at this stage when we know that you're going to be light in midfield and you're going to have two attackers? You're relying this is old school football, old school English football that even the English have moved past. And Nigeria is still playing 4-4-2. He did change, and we'll talk about that. But in this game, 4-4-2 was wrong. And then playing two strikers, starting with Onuachu, when you have Victor Boniface and Terry Murphy on the bench. He started with them on the bench, rightly so. Victor Boniface was starting striker for Bayern Leverkusen, who went unbeaten, one of the best strikers in Europe in terms of his performances for the club, and he did well. Why didn't you start him? And if you're going to play 4-4-2, having someone like Victor Boniface alongside Ademola Lookman. Victor Boniface is a hard-working striker. He will have dropped into midfield to help the midfield, create more bodies in midfield to give us more, you understand, combine more with the midfielders to create and open the defense of the South Africans. Instead, you play with Onuachu and Ademola Lookman. These are two guys who will hug the touchline, who will stand on the shoulders of the defenders and will expect to receive services from the midfield. You understand? They will not necessarily drop deep into midfield to provide support for the midfield. Ademola Lookman did his best though, but you can see that that's not his game. Now, that's it. The selection of the strikers was poor. Now, in the side of playing Kelechi Iheanacho on the right wing, Kelechi Iheanacho is not a winger; he's a striker. So that didn't even make sense, and he was substituted later on because he didn't contribute anything to the game. That is not his position. You had Sam Chukwueze on the bench. You have other guys who could contribute. Ademola Lookman is a winger. You played him as a striker. You kept Victor Boniface and Terry Murphy on the bench. When you could have combined these two as strikers, played Lookman on the right side with Dele Bashiru on the left, who scored, and you have to give him his credit. He scored for the wearing number 10 jersey. He was able to live up to the jersey, and he scored for Nigeria. And so it was poor, and in midfield, you understand. In this game, we didn't have Frank Onyeka, right? But to me, the midfield of Iwobi and Ndidi is still unbalanced in a sense. It's still unbalanced, even though they did their best, but it's underwhelming. So that's it for that game. The South Africa game was really poor, and Nigerian players didn't play well. The manager's decisions were poor, and it has to be said, he needs to improve. And we can see that they did not improve. It got worse against Benin Republic in Abidjan. They lost 2-1. We did take the lead. We go from Rafael Onyedika, but the Benin Republicans were able to claw their way back into the game in 37 minutes, almost 10 minutes later, and in the 45th minute, they were able to get a goal from Steve Mooney, and they won the game. So let us look at the lineups in this game. In this game, he did change his formation. We played a 4-2-3-1, and so we played with 3 in midfield. We had same back 4, Nwabali, Tanimu, Shemi Ajayi, Ambasi, Benjamin Osayi Samuel. In the midfield, we had Wilfred Ndidi, Ralph Onyedika, Alex Iwobi, Samuel Chukwueze, Ademola Lookman, Terry Murphy as striker. So he did make a change in striker. He brought on Terry Murphy for Paul Onuachu, but still, for me, that wouldn't have been the choice. The right choice as striker should have been Victor Boniface. He's our most informed striker, our best performing striker. You understand? He, out of all the strikers we have outside of Osimhen, he is the closest to the highest level. You understand? So why didn't you start him? You started Terry Murphy, and Terry Murphy didn't deliver in this game as well. Okay, in midfield, okay, fine. You play with 3 in midfield. Rafa Onyedika was able to repay you back. He got a goal. But still, you could look at, even during the game, he ended up substituting Alex Iwobi and what they call him, Wilfred Ndidi. Why didn't you start Frank Onyedika? Why didn't you even bring him on if you didn't start him? So for me, both the team, the players themselves need to improve. but the manager especially needs to improve. Most people do not even want him as the coach in the first place. Most people thought that maybe a man and Amuke would have been a better candidate. So for him to get the job after all that criticism, and then he's getting the job and the team is not performing, they are underwhelming. Right now, as the team start now in the qualifiers now, they sit close to the bottom in the group. I wish I don't have it here right now, but they sit close to the bottom of the group, and the chances of qualification are looking very slim right now. Because Rwanda and South Africa are on 7 points, Nigeria is just on 3 points, so we are 4 points behind. Even though we still have games and we can control it, but the team needs to improve, the manager needs to improve, and it will be unfortunate for us to miss out on the World Cup again. So Nigeria, we need to get our act together. We need to improve. The players need to show more passion. They need to improve. There's so many players that need to be given a chance to show what they are made of. You understand? The centre-back partnership of Calvin Bassey and Semi Ajayi. Semi Ajayi is not good enough to play for Nigeria. Fine, I know that our captain, Truth Ekong, is missing. Even he too, you can say that he isn't the greatest options, but he's okay. He does well. He was the player of the tournament at the African Cup of Nations. So on his day, he can do really well. But what happened to somebody like Kenneth Omeruo? Kenneth Omeruo has been on the fringes for a very long while. This guy was highly rated as a young player coming up. He has the goods. He's a good defender. You have Chidozie Awaziem, who, to my opinion, is better than Semi Ajayi. Should be able to include them in the starting lineup to play well, so that they can offer. And then in midfield, Frank Onyeka. I think a combination of Frank Onyeka and Ofendidi is better for this team. You understand? Offers more balance in midfield, will give us much more solidity in midfield and help us behind Iwobi. Rafa Onyeka did come in and he scored, so that's more competition and more competition for places, and that will drive up. So let's hope that will create more competition for places and help them improve their game. But overall, Nigeria, we need to improve. Otherwise, we'll miss out on the World Cup, and you know what that means for the manager. They will know the FA will don't waste time. They will sack him and bring another manager. So let's hope that they will improve, and let us see how things go with this. So that's it for the video. We hope that Nigerian will improve and performances will get better, and will deliver something for the fans to be happy and Nigerians to be proud of. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Please like the video, subscribe, share the video to your friends. Please don't forget to comment your opinions, your takes and everything. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.